Hello guys, it's Lizzie and today I'm going to be showing you my Elizabeth Bioshock Infinite Let's See cosplay breakdown video. So this video is going to cover the makeup, hair, costume and props that I use for my Elizabeth cosplay. So let's get started. So first of all, I'd recommend using eye contacts first because of course if you don't apply them first and you do your makeup, then you're going to mess up your makeup completely. So first of all I'm going to use a face primer, and all I'm doing is I'm just going to rub it into my skin and it'll just make my skin very smooth, meaning that the makeup's going to go on a lot easier. Then I'm going to use some foundation and concealer, and this foundation is quite thick and it's quite pale as well, so it's going to help replicate the paleness that Elizabeth has. And I'm just going over with some concealer just on some spots and places that I just really want to cover up. Next I'm going to use an eye primer, and I'm going to be using some pale powder. Next I'm going to be using a contouring palette and a highlighter. So I'm just going to slightly contour my face down. Elizabeth's face is quite round and she didn't have a lot of contour, so that's why I'm not applying as much. And for the nose is a bit tricky. I'd recommend using maybe a soft eyeshadow at first, or just a slightly darker foundation if you're really struggling with getting her nose right. And then I'm just going in with our concealer, just so I can make the edge of her nose stick out a bit more. And now I'm just going to use some powder. Remember, don't go and rub in the powder, you just want to tap it on, because then of course you're just going to ruin all the makeup that you've done. And the next step is eyebrows. I'm just going to take a black eyeshadow and fill in my eyebrows. Remember, her eyebrows are going to look quite harsh. You can of course go over with mascara, which is what I'm doing right now, just to make them appear a bit more cartoon-like. Then I'm going in with the black eyeshadow to give the smoky eye effect that Liz has. I'm just going to blend in a bit more there, and then I'm going to slightly wing out my eyeliner and place some eyeshadow underneath. Then I'm going to use some white eyeliner just to make the eyes pop out a bit more, and then I'm going to use some mascara. Then I'm going to go over with the eyeshadow again, just give them a bit more of a smoky look, and the eyeliner again. Then the next step is to use eyelashes. I'm just using some basic eyelashes, just so my eyes stick out a bit more. And then using mascara again, just going over it. Then I'm going to use some lip product. All I've done is I've just lined my lips, and then I've put lipstick on, and I've used a lip sealer, which just means that it's going to stay a bit longer. And now all I'm doing is I'm just outlining my lips with a bit of black eyeshadow just to make them stand out a bit more. The final step is optional. I'm just going to use some fake blood. First of all, I've applied just some lipstick on the skin, and then I've gone over with a brush that's had a bit of black eyeshadow in it, and I've put some gel blood on top of that for the scarring. The final step again is another optional piece. You can have a thin ball, which is what Elizabeth has on the end of the thumb, just some spirit gum to attach it, but again, this is optional if you want it. And that's it for the makeup. So the hair for Elizabeth was pretty simple. I just bought a really long basic black wig, and all I did was I cut a bob at the back. I created 2 loops at the front that kind of acted as where her hair's all curled. I just used a pair of straighteners, and I used some products here such as the hold spray, the straightening spray and the volume spray. So I did curl the hair at the back using the straightener. So for the costume for the shirt, all I did was I just used some white and black fabric paint, and the buttons were just sewn on. For the ribbon section, I just used some red ribbon and I used some jewellery pieces. For the skirt, I took some sticky tape for fabric and I stuck the ribbons on with that, and I also stuck on the belt with that as well. The tights are just basic fishnet tights. I use another pair of tights on top where they've got a black line down the back, and for the shoes they're just a basic pair of heeled shoes. So for props were pretty simple. I just bought a cigarette just from a local joke shop that Elizabeth has. For the pistol, it's not exactly like hers in the game. This pistol is more Bioshock Infinite inspired, and another prop is just the image that Elizabeth holds of Sally. The final prop is just an ace in the hole sheet that Elizabeth finds. And yep, that's pretty much it.